Hey everyone, Once Bitten here. So I had a game last night, my Empire versus a High Elf army. And if you follow my reports, you know I've been playing with different lists for an upcoming tournament. And for that tournament, you can have up to 250 points from the Storm of Magic. So if you see something weird in my list, that's why. So on the right, there's some Reavers, an Eagle, a Frostart Phoenix. Behind the building, there's some Archers. And with the Archers, he has an Archmage level 4 Shadow. Then he has 21 Phoenix Guard with his BSB and another Archmage, this one with High Magic. So the Phoenix Guard already have a 4-up ward, and with that High Mage there, casting even just one spell every magic phase, they're going to be at a 3-up ward. So just a tough unit to shift. Then he's got a large unit of White Lions. Then he has Archers, Reavers, Archers, another Eagle, and behind all that, he's got the Sisters of Everlorn with a Handmaiden of the Everqueen. So that's the Reaver Bow, which gives you whatever your strength is +1, so it's going to be strength 5, and the Potion of Strength, which is +3 strength on one turn. So this Handmaiden's ballistic skill is 7. So pretty much anything within 30 inches, or whatever the range is of that bow, she's hitting on 2s. And it does, and I think a special rule is if she joins that Sisters unit, they can move and shoot without penalty. So yeah, 3 shots a turn, hitting on 2s, strength 5, and on one turn it's going to be strength 8. Yeah, that's a small but mighty unit right there. So on the far left, it looks like I have a knight unit on the very far left of this picture. That's actually a saber tusk. I haven't got the model yet that I'm going to use for that. I have the saber tusk back here. It actually gave it used points so that it can scout, but when I saw my opponent's deployment, there was nothing worth scouting for. I thought it was just going to die too easily, so put it back here to kind of protect the cannon. I've got 4 demigryphs. Then that giant, I'm actually using it now as a giant spined chaos beast. And the only weird thing is it's supposed to be on a 100 by 100 meter base as per the tournament, and I don't have that base yet, but we just played as if. Then I've got the big horde of what looks like great swords. Those are actually halberdiers. In with them I have 2 characters. I've got my BSB with the white cloak, as well as a level 4 Lore of Light. You can't really see him from this angle, but he's there. I've got a Hurricanum, Steam Tank in front. Then there's my brand new War Altar with my Archlector. He is equipped, as you can see. Then I've got another unit of Halberdiers, level 1 Light Wizard. And behind him, I have 6 Archers in a detachment, and they've got a level 1 Light Wizard. So, in the past I've put all my wizards in with the detachment just to kind of keep them out of battle and stuff like that. But because there's 2 units of fast cav and 2 eagles, and really just a ton of shooting, that even though I'm far away, he can step up and maybe get in range. I wanted to spread my wizards out a little bit. So I won the turn to go first, and I do that. His Frostart Phoenix, I can't see him with my Steam Tank. My cannon can see him. So I turn my cannon to look at the eagle, my Steam Tank, to target 1 eagle, and I only rolled 1 die for movement because I wasn't in a hurry to really throw him away from the lines. I certainly don't want him to the right, but I don't want to throw my shooting at his troops because I think the eagles are a better target for it. So it looks like that. I think during the magic phase, I'm throwing a couple banishments around, and I get just a spell scroll out. Yeah, during magic, I did throw one of those magic missiles at the eagle that did 2 wounds to it, and so then I went ahead and had to shoot my Steam Tank at it, killed the eagle, and the cannon hit the Frostart Phoenix, and he made us 5 up. I guess it's a regen save. It's either ward or regen. I should know that, but I don't. So High Elf turn 1. He takes Frostheart. He gives up on trying to hide it, and he just moves it around. He's basically saying, shoot me if you can, otherwise he's going to do stuff. Really a little bit surprised on the far left. His Reavers over there charge my Demigryph Knights. The Reavers over here are coming around my lines. That's just real scary. I've got a real fragile back line area, and this is where normally I had the Cactuses that could help with stuff like this, but I don't have that now. Yeah. So that'll be interesting to deal with. When he did this, I thought obviously he's going to try to get Occams off on those Reavers, and if he does, they're going to put a hurting on my Demigryphs. Not too big of a hurting because he has a champion, so he has 6 attacks, re-rolling to hit, so he should hit 5 times and he'd wound 5 times. So, I mean, he'd cut my unit in half, but even then, I'm pretty confident I can kill most of his unit in return. And when we go to the magic phase, he rolls like 2 or 3, I think 3 power dice. So, yeah, that plan kind of failed, which was unfortunate for him, not me. During shooting, he kills the saber tusk. So, yeah. And shooting over here, he hits my steam tank and does a wound to it, and I fail my 1-up. So my demigryphs, he shot and hit twice, and I failed 2 armor saves, needing a 2-up. And my steam tank hit once, and I failed. I am 0 for 3 on armor saves, needing a 2-up. After combat, yeah, he didn't get the spell off. He did reduce my strength by 1, but I didn't care. And here's where, in hindsight, I made a big mistake. I reformed them because I have no intention of going against those white lions. And the white lions have offered their flank to the giant spined chaos beast, and so it's I at least have the option to throw the chaos beast in their flank, and I can just kill a bunch of them. Even if they eventually kill this thing, they'll be combat ineffective after that. So I turned to the left to get to charge the eagle to protect my cannon, and I think it looks like I'm kind of far away. I only needed a 7. If I had turned the opposite way, and especially if I had angled just a little bit to get closer, I could have had a really easy charge into his Phoenix Guard. And even if it could be front or flank, even if it is front, that would have been really, really smart. Because, one, it's really the same thing. It doesn't matter if the Phoenix Guard eventually win. He put his both level 4s in this unit now. And so having 2 level 4s in there, I could be allocating attacks on them, get a ton of points, whittling that unit down, and then just mop them up later. So hindsight's 20/20, but yeah, need to keep my eyes open for opportunities like that. Empire turn 2, I have to take the giant chaos spine beast into the flank of the white lions. I'll show you why in just a minute. I zoomed the steam tank up towards the Phoenix Guard. I think I needed an 18 to make it, and I was hoping to just get as close as possible. I rolled really high, but I'm 1 inch short of being able to block the Phoenix Guard from countercharging my spine beast. Otherwise, yeah, I take 1 wizard out of the detachment, have the detachment face his fast cav. I'm going to shoot at him. I'm hoping if I can just get 1 or 2 guys off between this round of shooting and a stand and shoot, if he wants to charge them, I can force a panic test. That's probably the best chance I have against that fast cav unit. Over here, I needed a 7 using Swift Stride, and I fail it. And that's why I had to send the Chaos Beast into the flank of the White Lions, because otherwise the White Lions will countercharge my demigryphs, and if I flee that, his eagle can just push me right off the board. So, yeah, just ugh. So here, you know what? The good news is I should do a lot of wounds. I get basically before combat starts, I do D6 strength 4 hits. Then I have 6 attacks, only weapon skill 3, but really high strength, and then I have Thunderstomp. And between all that, I think I should be able to whittle this unit down before he can do a whole lot to me. There's a steam tank going up to try to save the day. There's guard in the back lines. Yeah, so the cannon targets the Phoenix. I hit him again. This time he fails his ward save, and I do 2 wounds. So always disappointing, always hoping to kill him. But you know what? He's 2 wounds closer to death, so I can't complain too much. Then I lay the flame template down on the Phoenix Guard and just do a ton of strength 2 hits and end up killing 4 of them. So not bad. It's a start. And over here, I don't kill a ton. I think, I don't think the strength 4 hits really. I think I maybe killed 1 guy, and my Thunderstomp I rolled a 1 or a 2. So didn't kill nearly as many as I'd hoped. But he hasn't done any wounds to me, so I'm happy enough so far. High Elf turn 2, the Phoenix comes charging into my Halberdiers. My Chaos Spine Beast gets charged by the Phoenix Guard. And the Eagle needs an 8, I believe, to get to a 7 or 8 to get to the cannon, and fails. Actually, I take that back. He doesn't need a 7 or 8. He needs like a 6 to get to the cannon. Anyway, he fails it. So, wow. Weird. So over here, I was really surprised. He only did 2 wounds. And the thing about the giant Chaos Spine Beast that I love is he has regen. He has a save. Imagine that. A monster with a save. I'm not used to it. So he did a fair number of hits to me. The Phoenix Guard have a hard time wounding me. They need sixes, but they did several, and I did made some regen. White Lions are hitting me on threes, wounded me on threes. So they did a few, and I just made some saves. Um, I took 5 of my 6 attacks and put them on the one wizard that's touching me. It's his life mage, and he's the one with a 4-up ward, which I didn't love, but I thought that my Thunder Stomp would give me enough combat res, and I'd really just rather get his wizards out of the off the table. And yeah, I ended up doing 1 wound to him. So other than the other attack and my Thunder Stomp all went against the White Lions, and again my Thunder Stomp only rolled a couple. I imagine I lost combat. Either way, we stuck around, and yeah. So over here, his yeah, I think that's before combat. Oops. So during shooting, yeah, he pinks just 1 of my demigriffs, but he's done an extra couple wounds on another one. I have to take a panic test, and I fail it. Leadership 9 with the general, because I have an 18-inch leadership bubble. They fail it and run away. They're just heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking, because I could have charged the eagle, overrun off the table to save myself against shooting, and yeah. So after combat, yeah, I'm at 3 wounds, not 2. But everything else was just as I described. Over here, yeah, I can't wound this thing. I can't roll a 6. And down here, yeah, I kill 1 from a stand and shoot. He kills only one in close combat, which is just crazy bad. I kill 1, and he wins by 1, and I stick. So, Empire turn 3. I was tempted to charge the War Altar into the flank of the Frostheart Phoenix and decided no, because I'm only strength 4. I'm still wounded on 6s, and just too many bad things can happen. So I just move him up. If I get buffs off, that'll help there. Turn the Hurricanum to countercharge his Reavers. What I need really badly is for my archers to hold this turn, because if they don't hold, then his fast cav can swing around and do whatever he wants. If they hold, then on my next turn I can make sure I get a charge. Demigriffs rally, which I very much appreciated. The big news is the steam tank comes plowing into the flank of the Phoenix Guard, and I say that because, well, that's just what steam tanks do. Of course, they've got that darn 4-up ward save, but still. Yeah, here's the right. And I don't know what to do with that level 1 Light Wizard that's out, not in a unit. When his Frostheart Phoenix charged in, he could have charged in and touched my level 1 Wizard. That's what I would have done if I were him, and I'll just start allocating attacks there just to get the points to get him off the table. I don't know how to protect my Wizards once people get behind my lines. There's the left. And after combat. So if you look down below, he kills another couple archers, but I stick, which was absolutely fantastic. If you look on the top, that was even better. He did very few wounds to me, just kind of flubbed his attacks. We actually pushed a wound or 2 onto him, and beat the Frostheart Phoenix in combat, could not run it down. My guys did have a 5-up ward in close combat because of a bound spell from my Archlector, which was awesome. And over here, yeah, I can't complain because he killed the giant Chaos Spine Beast, but look at the White Lions. They went from being however big they were, I think they were 24-ish, down to 8. So now they're very, very manageable. Now I don't worry about them getting into combat with my Halberdiers. The steam tank plowed into the flank of the Phoenix Guard. I did 18 impact hits, strength 6, because I get d6 plus 3d3. It does 3 wounds. He just made all his ward saves. I found that very discouraging. My engineer put his attack on his wizard. Both of his level 4s have a wound on them each, but obviously that doesn't mean a whole lot. So, High Elf turn 3, Frostheart Phoenix rallies. His White Lions, I think they actually back up. And his eagle, during my turn, my cannon shot the eagle. I hit it, I wounded it, and I did 2 wounds. Darn it. Yeah, I don't know if this is him backing up or him failing a charge. Either way, he's there. Yep, he rallied. Yeah, during the shooting, it's not all his bowmen that are killing me. It's his small unit of Sisters Everlorn with the Handmaiden. And I think she popped the Potion of Strength. But yeah, they're just tearing up my demigryphs. Um, yeah, I have 4 wounds left on the total unit. So my choice next turn is, do I try to charge the flank of the Phoenix Guard up there, or do I just do a swift reform, move them behind my lines, and try to save the points? And after combat, yeah, he kills the rest, or he the archer detachment finally breaks, runs through my Hurricanum, which is great. I was worried he's going to land right in front of me. Um, and they're running like that because we're chasing middle to middle, and that's just the angle. But I'm set up for a nice juicy countercharge. And after combat, yeah, he hasn't done any more wounds to me ever since his archer shot me that one time, and I of course can't do anything to him. So Empire turn 4, Hurricanum charges the fast cav. My Halberdiers go ahead and charge the Frostheart Phoenix. He's down to, I think, a wound, maybe 2. I don't know. He's down close to death. So, here's hoping. There's not a whole lot else that unit's going to do. The demigryphs, I go ahead and try to charge the flank of the Phoenix Guard because I just like the thought of it. And yeah, he failed it. So I didn't try to charge with my Halberdiers because I wanted the opportunity to move my level 4 out of that unit before we got into fighting. So there's that. There's that. Oh, it looks like he only has 2 wounds. Anyway, he has 2 wounds. And there's that. In hindsight, it might have been best to go ahead and charge the Halberdiers into the flank of the Phoenix Guard. I probably could have won through combat res. And then his White Lions could have charged the flank of my Halberdiers, and that actually is just fine. Yeah, like I said, hindsight's 20/20. I did like the idea of getting the wizard out of there. After combat, yeah, I do 2 more wounds to him. I got the reroll to wound buff off, and that was huge. So yeah, I can hit the thing okay, but I need 6s to wound. But being able to reroll wounds was very, very helpful. He, of course, is a 5-up save. I think he even has some kind of armor save. Anyway, at the end of the day, he's 4 wounds. He made just enough saves to not die. And then, let's see, his turn. His White Lions charge my Demigryph Knights. I flee. I think he needed a 7 or 8 to get there. It was not worth a chance, especially when he was so likely to make it. He redirects into my Halberdiers. My Halberdiers are in woods, so they will not be steadfast. But what I'm thinking is, I'm just gonna have a ton of wounds. I'm gonna have because I've got the reroll to wound buff off, and I'm within 6 inches of the War Altar, so I'm rerolling to hit, rerolling to wound. I think the White Lions come in and kill a handful of guys, and I think I kill a bunch of him. I think my opponent knows this, and I think all he's hoping is that he has one guy left who will be stubborn 8 and hold to keep my Halberdiers from charging the flank of his Phoenix Guard. Remember that Phoenix Guard has 2 level 4 mages in it. A lot of points in there. So I think that's why he did what he did, and I don't think it's a bad idea. So after combat, I made the dumbest mistake. So he comes in, he actually kills, I think he has 8 attacks, he kills 7 of my guys. I wipe him out easily. I did way more than I needed. And then I reformed to get a little bit closer to the Phoenix Guard just to make sure I made the next charge. But when I did that, I moved the Battle Standard Bearer just barely out of the 12-inch range for my other Halberdier unit who's fighting the Frostheart Phoenix, which results in me failing my fear test and then losing the combat, and then his Frostheart Phoenix running that unit down. I was so angry. I was so angry. I was stubborn 9, but I was just a quarter inch away from having the reroll. That was just dumb. So Empire turn 5, the Hurricanum, who easily mopped up his fast cav and reformed, charges the Frostheart Phoenix. He's down to 1 wound. You know what? I'm hoping just to impact hit and kill him. Halberdiers going to the flank of his Phoenix Guard. That should go well for me. There's that. There's that. Very optimistic. So the Hurricanum charges the Frostheart Phoenix. I get the buff off of Magic Space where I get to re-roll to wound. So I roll impact hits, I roll 5. I'm thinking, this is awesome. I'm only strength 4. I still need 6s to wound, but I get to re-wound them, to re-roll them. I fail them all. I'm rolling 5 dice twice, and I don't roll a single 6. He doesn't do any wounds to me. Then my 2 acolytes and my 2 horses attack him, and I roll a 6, and he fails his saves, and I kill him. I punked him with an acolyte. It was awesome. Yeah, the the halberdiers charge into the flank of his Phoenix Guard. I win through combat res, um, and he breaks. And the big news is I ran him down because he could have gotten away. And at that point, my opponent just called the game because he said, at this point you're just mopping up. I don't know. I think he could have caused me some problems because he could have stepped up out of line of sight and could have started shooting things like my wizards that are around. I mean, it'd be tough for him to hit because I'm long range and there's woods in the way and stuff like that. But he has so many shots, he could have been at least threatening my wizards. So if time wasn't, if it wasn't so late at night, he might have done that, and it might have been a little bit of a closer game. As it was, because I got all those points, I'm actually missing a lot of stuff. I'm missing 250 points in all my Storm of Magic stuff. I'm missing my Demigryphs and a unit of Halberdiers and one of my wizards. But he's losing, obviously, a ton of stuff. So I end up winning by about 1,000 points or so. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it.